This is Michelle from the Interactive Systems Group. This is the 9th video in a series of videos meant as a quick help to using the Virtual Agent Interaction Framework, or VAIF. I'm going to show you how to create the other specific event, a response. So as usual, I'm going to select the type of event I want and add it to my conversation. So if I look here, you'll see it's a little bit different from my other types of events. The things that are going to stay the same are going to be agent, where all I have to do is drag and drop my reference to the agent, the want and range, which as we know is either true, don't care, or false, my want to look at is either true, don't care, or false, and if I want it to be the last event. Now the biggest difference is that my next event is not going to be filled until runtime. Now this will be chosen from these two fields, my response item and my jump IDs lists. These two lists are going to help me determine which next event to play. This event depends entirely on whatever the user responds in an utterance and what the system will recognize. So the response items is a list that I will have to match in size to the jump IDs. This means that whatever number I put in size of response items is going to be the same size as what I put in jump IDs. So say I put 3 here, oops, and I put 3 here. Now, each of these will match to one of these. Whatever I put in element 0, I'm going to put to match element 0 of my other list. Now what goes in each of these lists? Response items is going to hold a list of the phrases which are going to be recognized as a response to the previously played dialogue event. So usually responses occur after dialogues. So once again, making sure that my sizes match, this is very key, very important. For each response item element, I'm going to set a jump ID. So for example, say I choose one of my responses to this dialogue is no, meaning one of the responses that my user could possibly say would be no. And what event do I want to play when I recognize no, or the likewise phrase? That is where I drag and drop here what reference to this event, if I recognize no, what will be played. So say if I say no, I want you to play some other event, say it'll be this dialogue. So I drag and drop that. Another example, what if I choose yes? Now, for here, if I say yes, right, in element 1 I put yes, that means in element 1 of my jump IDs list is going to be whatever event I play next when I recognize yes. So say I put my rotate to event here. And on another option, say another choice they could put is I don't know. So for, once again, I'm going to choose what other event I want to play, and I'm going to say this animation. And there you go. Now, another important field you're going to have to edit is the timeout. You can either choose to leave it at 0, which we don't really recommend, or a longer number. Now what is a timeout? Much like the wildcard, the timeout is going to store how long in seconds you want to wait for an utterance by the user before you jump to this event. This jump ID is going to be the next event to play whenever your system has been waiting for an utterance that has not received anything. So say you're sitting there waiting for anything to happen and I want to wait only 3 seconds. If I don't hear anything, the system does not recognize anything, it's going to jump to this event. So say we'll make it jump back to another wildcard or something, which is not likely, but say that's the event I want to play. These two fields you don't have to worry about right now because the developers are actually still working on this feature. And that is all you need to know and all you have to do for designing a response event. Now, each of these response item phrases actually has a neat little shortcut. If I say no, I'm actually going to add similar phrases to be recognized that are no. For example, you can add nah, or nay, or nope, or no thank you, or no thanks, and they will all be recognized if I choose to write no. Similarly, for yes, if I say yeah, or yup, or okay, or sure, or that sounds good, if I type yes, all of those similar phrases are going to be recognized. And my yes event, which in this case is a rotate 2, will be played next. And the same thing for I don't know. I'm going to, if I choose to respond with I'm not sure, or I have no idea, or similar phrases, then my element 2, whatever jump I have there, will still be executed as my next event.